Then they spent spring break in Jerusalem for Passover. When Jesus went into the temple and saw all the vendors, he drove them out. Jesus was doing miracles too, and the people loved what he was saying, so the officials were hard-pressed to do anything about it. Jesus said the temple would be destroyed and Jesus would rebuild it in 3 days. Nobody understood a word he was saying, but he was healing people. Jesus met secretly with a highly ranked Jewish official named Nicodemus. Jesus explained that spiritual birth is different than natural birth and happens separately. Jesus declared straight up to Nicodemus that he, Jesus, was the Super King. Jesus said that he, Jesus, would deliver the world from judgment. He said the moment someone believes this, they have eternal life. At home in Nazareth, Jesus was not accepted. Some of his own family didn't believe. They tried to stone him in Nazareth. He slipped through the crowd. It wasn't his time. Soon after the Jerusalem road trip, Peter went back to fishing. At the end of the day, Jesus showed him how to really fish, and they had a record haul. Peter left his nets and followed Jesus from then on. On his trips between Galilee and Jerusalem, Jesus had to pass through Gentile towns. One day, his men came out of a Gentile town to find Jesus at a public well talking to a Gentile woman. While Jesus schooled the disciples about his mission, the woman left and brought the whole town out to see Jesus. That whole Gentile town believed, and Jesus stayed with them for 2 days. The first public miracle Jesus did was to cast out a demon. The first healing Jesus did was Peter's mother-in-law from a fever. Word got out that very night, and many folks came by and got healed. Next, Jesus healed a leper. Jesus was trying to stay on the low. He went out into the wilderness, but folks came to him, just like John. Jesus first identified the poor. Then he spoke about people who mourn, and meek folks, people who want to be right with God, and people who are persecuted for doing the right thing. All these people are going to be blessed. Blessed folks should season the world and be a light to others. Jesus said he came to fulfill the law. Then he provided commentary. The law is as much about intent as action. Jesus said if you're mad, you could murder. Have you ever been aroused by a magazine cover? Jesus calls that committing adultery in your heart. Jesus advised to pray and do good works privately, not to repeat rote lines. Jesus said religious leaders love long public prayers. Jesus said don't judge others. Look at yourself. Good is as good does. Look at the fruit. Jesus summarized the law. Treat others like you want to be treated.